welcome back inside of the Dynasty Draft Room. This is the Draft Seminar. I am the FF Educator, joined as always by the Gridiron Scholar, John Lobb. And today we're going to be talking about Adam Trautman, the tight end out of Dayton. Yes, out of Dayton. We had to dig deep into the film. I'll be honest, when we get there, it's going to be a little grainy, but this is a man worth digging deep because you need to know about this athletic, pass-catching playmaker who could shock many here at the next level. But without further ado, I will let John go ahead and intro our lesson.
Oh, thank you, Matt. We also have my beautiful dog, Mora, behind me. She's also on this video today. So I got to be honest, it was hard to find any film on him. Luckily, he participated in the Senior Bowl and the Combine, but it took me a long time, but I feel like I have a good perspective of what and who this prospect is. Now, first you have to remember, he's an FCS player who dominated, this is right, the Pioneer Football League, but he turned many heads at the Senior Bowl, including myself. In 2018 and 17, he was the second team Pioneer Football League. But in 2019, he had 70 receptions for 916 yards and 14 touchdowns. When the dust settled, he was the FCS ADA All-American team, AP First Team FCS All-America, and he was the Stats FCS Payton Award finalist named after Walter Payton. But it really was that Senior Bowl week and the Combine, which illustrated his high caliber athletic abilities, and he is a legit NFL prospect. What say you, Matt?
Absolutely, John. I think you said it very well here. And I got to say, you cannot count out players just because they played in the FCS. You have to look at the way that they play up against competition when they have the opportunity, and that is exactly what Adam Trautman has done through the draft process here, like you alluded to a little bit earlier. So, John, let's start here by digging a little bit more into his college production and talk about how that may translate to success for the tight end position at the next level.
So first, it's even kind of challenging to find stats for him. It's so easy to find the players at the highest level. But I found him. You just have to do a little more Google searching. He had 178 career receptions for a tight end. That's pretty spectacular, even at that level of competition. Now, he looks like a big-time home run hitter. So I was kind of surprised. His yards per reception were only 12.9 over his career. Obviously, he's not going to compete with the high-end wide receivers, but that's pretty competitive for the tight end position. Now, I couldn't even get a catch percentage. I don't think most teams have targets available, so I could not find that for the Pioneer League. But I can get team aerial dominator. Matt, he had 30% of the receiving yards this last year for his team. But man, that combine, it really showed me that this man can play at this level athletically. 40-yard dash, 4.79. 3-cone drill, 6.78. 20-yard shuttle, 4.27. Now, he's not in the Dallas Goedert range athletically or the Mike Gesicki, but man, he's really close, Matt. I like him. What's the film breakdown show you?
Yeah, let's go in, John, here, and let's jump into the film breakdown for Adam Trautman, the tight end out of Dayton. And remember, we're digging into some grainy tape here, so let's go ahead and get into it here. And on this first play, we could see his large catch radius. He goes up and gets the ball. He's 6'5", but he plays even bigger than that, and he fights forward after the catch here, powering through these undersized San Diego defenders. And more than just his catch radius, he is an athletic pass catcher here. You could see he drops off the ball, catches it on the 20-yard line, and despite having a few defenders in his way, he jukes him and breaks the ankles of this defensive back. Also, he's solid with the run block. You could see here on this play, he seals that run block very well and allows his running back to get up the field. So he's a versatile tight end, which is going to get him on the field quick. But here's what it is. He is a red zone monster. And you can see here in this play, he's able to get to the back corner of the end zone here. And we're going to break it and really work this camera angle. I told you we're digging deep for you. You can see the way that he bodies out this defensive back. He doesn't have a chance. Solid hands, goes up and grabs the ball, but holds on through contact, tracks the ball well in the air. When it comes to fantasy football, you gotta dig deep for tight ends, and Adam Trautman is a man worth taking a shot on in your fantasy football leagues for all of these reasons. John, anything to add to that film breakdown?
You did excellent, Matt, but he's a redshirt senior, so he is a little older of a prospect, but he tormented smaller defenders at the FCS level. You're right, 6'5", 251 pounds. He's got the size that NFL teams are looking for, the frame, the lankiness, the long arms. He also has a basketball background, which is so common among these great tight ends. And he employs his frame to shield off opponents, and he looks like a rebounder at times. But he rapidly changes directions in and out of breaks. He's a very good athlete. He has impressive speed and quickness for a man his size. Now, he played in a creative offense, and they crafted opportunities for him to succeed, and he took advantage of those. He's a very good route runner with stupendous play speed. Now, I think he's going to need to improve his technique against more skilled competition at the NFL level. Hey, when he's playing at the FCS, he can just beat people with his size. There's going to be a learning curve for hand placement, upper body technique, and nuances of the position. He also has a limited route tree on the resume. But Matt, he's definitely worth taking a flyer around on in fantasy leagues, and I like his potential. He's my number 2 tight end in this draft class.
John, did you do that on purpose? He's worth taking a flyer on out of Dayton. I love it. I love it. Listen, like I said, man, when you're digging in for fantasy football tight ends, you got to take a shot. This guy's probably going to be around in the 4th round or later of your fantasy football rookie drafts. He's worth taking a shot on, and don't be surprised if he gets drafted in the NFL draft higher than you expect him to. He might not be a name at the top of your radar right now, but I got to tell you, he is on the minds of NFL scouts and NFL GMs. That is our breakdown there of Adam Trautman. Make sure to check out John's fantasy football rookie profiles. You can read all of those at at footballdiehards.com, and you can check him out on Twitter at Gridiron SCHOL91. I'm on Twitter at the FF_educator. You can check out all of my work at dynastydraftroom.com. That includes the 2020 Fantasy Football Rookie Guide, which is now available for download. 91 full player profiles with chock full of information similar to this, everything we've shared about Adam Trautman on today's episode. We appreciate everybody listening. Pencils down, classes